Hi everybody! It's Corey the Reset Girl, and we are here at the Late Night Crafty Club. Yay! I kind of feel like I'm announcing the Muppet Show. And I really need some kind of like little theme song or something because I feel so funny going, "Hi everybody," and it's just silent. I don't even hear the music that you guys can hear. But I can see, hello darling, I can see all your little faces in the little chat room. It is right here in front of me. So yes, I am live again. I'm back in the saddle. I thought I'd give it another try. Not too it wasn't too hard. You guys are so lovely and gracious. So hi Mandy, hi Diane. I know that some of you are up very late right now, and I appreciate it that you are staying awake, or you got up really early to be part of the Late Night Crafty Club. And hi Krista, hi Miss Angela. I am just so happy to see your little faces. Hi Ashley and Miss Leslie and Michelle. There's my little romper room mirror. I see Michelle, I see Alyssa, I see Shannon. So hi Miss Claudine. Hello Miss Beatrice. Hello Miss Angie. Okay, so I wish you guys could see this setup. It is like I'm in a newsroom and I'm mic'd tonight. As you can see, I got my little mic, so you should probably hear me better, better quality sound than last time. I have two huge monitors. I have a tablet in front of me so I can see what you guys can see. It's just on a delay. I have boxes of craft stash around me because I'm going to show you guys my stuff. And then I have all kinds of examples to show you for tonight's episode. So thank you, Diane. Thank you very much. Hi, Miss Kimberly. I appreciate you fighting sleep. For those that have had a long day and your little eyes are wanting to close, I appreciate that you're hanging in there. I hope that I'm entertaining enough to keep you awake. So, yay, audio is perfect. Hi, Mr. Crafty from Melissa. So, I wanted to kind of just jump into it, but I know that some of you are new, and sometimes you find my video long after this episode is live, so you might be watching a pre-recorded video. But I am Corey Speaker, I am the Reset Girl, and this is the Late Night Crafty Club. This little series on my channel was born out of the desire to kind of have a special little craft night with all of my hundreds of friends out there in the world, because I think all of us, especially us introverts, sometimes it's nice to be able to chat with people. We have a nice little chat room here. I am a person who champions positivity, encouragement, so my communities are full of those just lovely people that love that too, which so being in the chat room is wonderful. You guys get a chance to talk to each other, and some of you are from other countries, other states, so you guys can, chat, swap information, which is wonderful. Hi, Miss Veronica, Miss Pam. So I wanted to do a recap of PlannerCon because the last time we were here in the Late Night Crafty Club, I was begging for prayers. And I was kind of going over a little bit of what I plan to talk about in my keynote speech. So I feel like you deserve to have a little recap of that and how it went. And so I thought we'll start off with that, and then we are going to talk about destashing and kind of thinking about our craft supplies in a different way. So, PlannerCon, for those who were unaware, we had the very first National PlannerCon was held in San Francisco 2 weeks ago. And it was an event where people from all over the country everyone was welcome to come and be at an event that celebrated the planner community. And there was a couple of brands from other countries. Giglio from Italy was there. And Erin Condren was there. I was there. Miss Amy Tangerine was there. I actually feel like I didn't really attend PlannerCon. I didn't really get to go explore and see everything. I did run upstairs. I saw Simple Stories. I actually bought a planner. Yes, I did. I bought the green one. And that was it. I tried to stay in my booth area because I really wanted to be present as much as possible, because people could, be guaranteed they would at least get a chance to talk to me if I stayed put, in one spot as much as possible. So that was kind of my plan. So I wasn't real social and going out and doing a lot of things. So I was the first I was the first one to go on Saturday morning. And I have to tell you, I have learned something about how I do, how I speak. I apparently do my best last minute, and I do my best when I'm not all planned out. I put together a very loose structure of like what do you call that? A presentation, so that it would at least like visually remind me of what I was, wanting to say. But I have learned in the few times that I've done this, that talking from my heart, letting that speak, I cannot lose. I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like God just gives me the words to say, and it just comes out of my mouth. And I had a standing ovation. I mean, girls, and gentlemen, I cannot begin to tell you what's going on in my mind as I'm walking up to the stage, the magnitude of how honored I feel. It's like, pinch me, pinch me. I just can't believe that someone who has been such a wallflower, such a please don't notice me, such a person who's like been on the sidelines of life, has kind of, now I find myself in this position. And it is so humbling, really, because I feel so unworthy of it. I strive for you guys to feel like we're the same. I am not some crafty magician, and I want to feel like we're friends, and that I'm approachable, and that I'm just like you guys. I'm sitting here in my jammies. Like, how real am I keeping it right now? Plus, my room is a mess, and I'm letting you see everything, right? We're probably all sitting in a mess right now. It's the end of the week. A lot of us are, I have not done any cleaning. My kitchen's a mess. My laundry's not done. So I just can't believe that I get to do that. I get to do this. It's like, it's a get to do. It feels like God gave me the best job in the world, like the best job in the world. And so, I love that I get to see your little faces, and hi, Miss Debbie. And I can see that, you guys are, I get to see your comments and emails. So it's so precious, and it's so meaningful to me when I actually get to see you in real life. There's nothing like it. I haven't experienced anything like that in my life. And so getting up there was I really wasn't as scared as I thought I would be, because I feel like you guys sent me off with such love, such encouragement. And I remember one comment I saw in the group beforehand was, Corey, we are for you. That is a very powerful thing to realize, that this group of people largely is there for you. Everyone there wasn't looking for me to fail. They were there to support me, to see me succeed. They wanted to show like, we're here. So I think that mentally kind of changed things for me. Now, the funny thing is when I started talking, and I feel like I detach from what I'm saying. And so I kind of saw a clip of myself talking later, and I was like, wow, I don't even remember saying any of that. So I don't know if that's common for people who speak. I just feel like this is what's happening to me. I feel like I detach from what I'm saying. It's like another person's taking over. All I care about is I'm connecting. My message is connecting with the audience. And I recognize so many little faces in the audience. I do feel like I'm talking to my friends. So that's wonderful. And I wanted to honor the introverts that were brave enough to coming to an event like that's very difficult. And even though, I knew I had to get up and talk, so that was very stressful. But even if I were just going, that would be very hard for me to do. Introverts worry about the weirdest things. We just do. We worry about little things, big things, things that are never going to happen, but we seem to need to go through that in our head. And sometimes it overcomes us and we end up not going. So I'm glad that so many showed up. And it was so wonderful. I made them stand up. so that they could be honored for showing up, because I was so proud. And I feel like, I want to be an ambassador on behalf of the introverts, because I know that that's a very hard way to grow up. So I got to do that on Saturday, and then I feel like the whole rest of the day was a blur. There were just hundreds of ladies that came through my booth to come take pictures with me and the honeys, and I just got to hug so many women. It was a dream. I mean, it was a dream come true. Now, my mom was there, and she told me later, she said it was the weirdest thing watching you. She said, your whole life, you've always shied away from any kind of attention. I don't even like going to family events. My mom has never seen me in this position where so many people are coming up, and yet I don't know how to say it. I just couldn't hug hard enough. I just couldn't love hard enough. Anyone that came up to see me, I hoped my little hug just showed how grateful I am, and how just honored I am that I have any impact in people's lives. So that was really wonderful. It's kind of a weird situation that I find myself in now in the planner community, because I know that I have haters. I do now. So going into an event like this, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be confronted, if people are going to say stuff to me, if they're going to be mean to me. I don't know. And so it's kind of a weird feeling. I don't really feel like I could just go anywhere I want. I kind of feel like I got to stay to my little self and let people come to me. That's kind of my little comfort zone now. Is I just don't feel like I can freely go into Facebook groups. I don't feel like I can just go and be myself, which is really a bummer. It is. And so what I wanted to focus on so much was just whatever I could do to just squeeze and love on women, because I am not who my haters say I am. Not even remotely close. And I've shed a million tears over the injustice of being called the names that I've been called, and the things that have been said about me. The fact that women can't even express, like, I support the Reset Girl, I bought stickers, without being attacked for liking me. I mean, it's so awful, and it's so unwarranted. It's so undeserving. All I care about is loving on those that are in my little sphere, in my little world. I just want to encourage until the day I leave this earth. That's all I plan to do. And so it's kind of a weird place I find myself in now, but I'm focused on this. I'm focused on the women who show up for me, and the gentlemen, Franklin, who show up for me. Hi, Miss Esther. It's a good, it's an interesting problem to have, but at the same time, I know that if I wasn't being successful at what I was doing, if I wasn't really making a difference, I probably wouldn't have that level of detractors. I wouldn't have that level of trying to take me down, I guess you could say. So I'm just going to keep being me. I'm the person that I know I am. I know who I am. And no matter how many times people call you a name, it doesn't make it true. Doesn't make it so. And it's horrible. It is. I mean, it makes me feel like I'm in third grade again. But I'm here for you guys, and I'm here for continuing what I started out to do. So it is what it is. But I'm proud of myself for, seeing it through, because I was really afraid and I had all these little fears in my head. So I'm glad that I showed up and did it. The following, I had another keynote. So I had two of them. I had a second one in the afternoon, and the second day, Sunday, I had my Faithful Girl Planner Workshop. So that was kind of hard, kind of cramming in, hitting just the highlights of my workshop, because as you guys know, I like to talk. So that was a little challenging, but I managed to get through. I got to hold a delicious little baby. When is the last time some of you have gotten to hold a baby? Sometimes you'll find yourself going years without touching a baby, and babies are just so delicious. So I spotted a little 4-month-old there, and I asked, "Can I hold that baby?" So I got a little picture with her, and so that was lovely. I got to meet so many just wonderful women, women, just powerful women of God that were just coming up to me and telling me, you are an ambassador of Christ, and just making me feel like so proud, to like, yeah, I am. And just women that came up to say, I'm sorry for this, what's going on, and I don't feel that way. So it was just, I can't even put it into words. It's one of those things that like your heart takes a picture and you'll never forget it, ever. You'll never forget being surrounded by that level of love and that level of people appreciating you. And, and again, I don't feel worthy of it, but boy, do I cherish it. And honestly, that's what I try to hold on to when when I have to deal with negativity. I just think about all those little faces telling me how much what I do matters. So, and that's why the Late Night Crafty Club is here. I know this is important to some of you. Some of you may not have any crafty friends and don't have anyone to connect with. And even in our our little internet world, this is still meaningful. It's meaningful to me. You guys feel like real people. And at this point, I've gotten to meet some of you wonderful women. So I don't know. I know that all of the things that I'm trying to do is about building community, about building a place for women to feel celebrated and to feel brave enough to be crafty, because I'm still in that place where I feel a little intimidated. I don't feel like I'm crafty girl. So I want to be that person that's like, yeah, come on, let's do this. Let's get in there and let's participate. So, that was my my personal takeaway from the event. Like I said, I didn't get to experience everything. I didn't get to go to any other speeches or classes or anything. And I'm okay with that, because I got to meet real people and make real connections. Miss Esther, I got to meet you for reals in real life. And one day, I have an RV sitting down in my driveway, and that RV is going to take me around the country so I can continue meeting you guys and continue hugging you and having wonderful workshops and talking about eventually getting to a place where I talk about resetting your life. That's the message that is on the horizon. Workbooks, workshops, all of that. That's the vista ahead. And and resetting is wonderful, because you can pick little areas of your life to reset, big areas, you can pick the whole darn thing like I did. So that's really what I think in the big scheme of things that I was really meant to do. And honestly, like, planners are a fantastic tool to help you get there, and I will continue using them. I will continue promoting the use of planners and paper planners. They're a wonderful place for creativity. They're a place I think a lot of us have come to naturally. We've all been planner people for a very long time. So that will continue to be part of my foundation. But largely, I want to really focus on, just encouragement. And yes, I got so many requests to come different places when I was there. Las Vegas made themselves known that they would like my presence there. But Miss Debbie, I have also heard that from New York and New Jersey. So yes, Deborah, the RV life is a dream. It's a dream for a lot of us, right? So, and it can be done. We put our RV on a vision board before we got married, around the time we got married, and now it's a real thing. And I actually have a little snippet, a little video that we filmed for you guys, just to show you, like, give you an update of what the RV looks like right now. And you can see the little crafty spot that I have to try to squeeze everything into. But yes, wink, wink. Yes, the Heartland. Okay, so Miss Cobra, you live in the Kansas City area. That is definitely on my list, because I loved that area. Yes, Miss Lori, Las Vegas. And I am going to be creating a page on my blog. I've been working on it behind the scenes, but I want to get a way for you guys to be able to see where I'm going to be. And if you want to request me to come, here's how that works. Like, here's the way that we do that. You can, do that through a scrapbook store that contacts me that's from your area, or you kind of help me being like a touch person in your area. So it kind of goes one of two ways. So I am just kind of letting the Lord lead this whole thing. And I actually don't have any set in stone plans, except for Texas is the first state that I'm trying to like get everything kind of consolidated, because there's like 4 or 5 different locations there for teaching. So, yeah, the Dallas area, Miss Celia. Yes. Oh, that's awesome, Tiffany. I hope that happens for you. Yes, I welcome the stalkers. Yes, I want to meet you guys as bad as you guys want me to come. I want to come there. I have so many big plans. I eventually want to do like live versions of the Late Night Crafty Club where I can come to your area and we can have like this all night little crafty party. So there's a lot of things I have written down, because I know writing things down is the first step in making it happen for sure. So, well, I didn't know you were that close, Veronica. Eugene is actually just down the freeway. You are right. There's actually a couple things down in Oregon that I want to check out. Oregon is fantastic. It's actually the first state we will be kind of like heading through in June. Or wait, is it June? Maybe it's July. I'm sort of forgetting. Yes, I will be posting a schedule. I guess you could call it that. Yes, it does start with the list. It does. Okay, so let me, I want to show you guys something. And I have all this fancy high-tech stuff to remember here. Okay, so I want to show you something. So here in the Reset Girls Happy Place Club, you will see that I have this file section right here. So hopefully this works. Okay, see this? That is the document I uploaded tonight for this episode. So if you are in the club, you can download that and have it. It is an outline of my little chat I wanted to go through about downsizing, specifically about our clutter. Yes, Miss Anjani, there is Seattle. You are super close, right? So if you'll notice as well, if you haven't gone in there, I also have the 10 ways to be besties with your word of the year, the word of the year printable, journal cards. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that I've put. So the other place to find stuff is in the Late Night Crafty Club, which is on my Reset Girl blog, theresetgirl.com. So I wanted to show you that, which I've done, and let me see. Sorry. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Okay. Whew, that was stressful. There's so much stuff here. I'm trying to remember. And yes, Linda, I do want to come to California as well. My family lives in Northern California, so that's always brings me. But I'm starting to get, hi, Miss Karen. I'm starting to get requests for Southern California too. So now it's a matter of just figuring out. It's a matter of figuring out, do I just like fly over to those places, or do you drive the whole house over there? So speaking of the house, so I'm going to show you guys before we jump into the actual destashing chat, is I wanted to show you, yes, if you are in the Pacific Northwest, I am going to be selling off a ton of furniture. Like, I literally, of this huge house that we're in, I think we are keeping 3 pieces of furniture. So this craft table that I'm sitting at, this will be this will be sold. All the shelving behind me, basically my entire craft room. I have a closet back here that has IKEA furniture in it, all of it. It's all going. So I know I can't believe I'm saying that. So this craft table is rather sentimental. This is the first thing Mr. Crafty and I bought together when we were dating. So it's our first shared piece of anything, but you cannot keep everything. You just can't. So I have to make some big decisions, you know, and I am going to be announcing it. I try to use my Facebook groups as much as possible to post announcements in, and then I have my newsletter. So I'm going to go here to show you guys. Let me see. This is kind of fun. I feel like we're all just kind of hanging out. Super casual. And I spelled my own website wrong. I spelled the Reset Girl wrong. That just happened. Okay. Okay, so I want to show you guys something. I do not know how many of you have signed up on my blog for the newsletter and such. So I have a blog. It's called The Reset Life. But it is located at theresetgirl.com. And you will see up here as I have all these fun things, including the Late Night Crafty Club. So this is the section of the blog that is for us here in the club. And so what I try to do is we try to update this so that all the episodes are in one spot. And how does it work? And then here's the swag we put together for everyone that you can get just by clicking here. So I'm going to be doing some updating to this because this is not as robust as I would want. But right here, this sign up for my latest crafty updates, printables, and messages. If you sign up here, this is my newsletter that will go out. And I am really good about not sending too much stuff out. I try to be very mindful. I don't like getting tons of stuff from the same person in my inbox. But this is where I would send out, hey guys, I'm about to do my planner destash sale. I'm about to do, I'm about to post this, and then you could kind of check it out, because absolutely you guys should get first dibs, right? Absolutely. So that's where it is housed. And you'll also notice I have this thing here, the communities tab, and the communities tab is, wait for it, is where I have all my Facebook groups. I'm about to add another Facebook group to this, and then here's my Happy Place Club, which I sort of is kind of like the home of the Late Night Crafty Club. That's how I look at it. I love the word club. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you guys that in case you had not realized that I had these resources here for you. The other cool thing on the blog, since we're talking about it, thank you, Miss Krista. People, well, thank you so much. People often say, I don't seem to be getting emails from you. I'm not a consistent emailer. So so some things, if you signed up for the Faith printable I had that was 40 scriptures for battling depression, I don't send out a lot of, oh, what am I drinking, Miss Cobra? Tonight's beverage is peach cranberry juice. Juice is super sugary, and I shouldn't be drinking it, but I have just become obsessed lately with cranberry juice again, even though I know it's not really awesome for you. So, but that's what I'm drinking, the truth be told. So anyway, I want to show you guys one more thing, and then we will get on with this. Now that I'm figuring out all this cool technology, I can show you. Look at my website. So right here, I have this free library of resources, and it would help if you guys could see what I could see. There you go. See this? Access the free Reset library of resources. So if you've ever missed stuff that you don't realize all the stuff that I have offered, these are all the free things that I've put on here. So you have goal setting and vision board and 40 scriptures for battling depression. Here's the swag for the Late Night Crafty Club, self-care goals planner printable. So I will be adding more to that. it has been a busy couple of months for sure. So let's go ahead and jump into the thing I wanted to show you, which is the RV and what I'm facing. I don't think there is any audio in it. So that is Liberty, our new 40-foot Holiday Rambler Ambassador. And she has been taped off because she is in the middle of being painted. So all the furniture has been stripped out of her. She has been primed. She is about to get, her cabinets are about to get their coat of paint, and then the walls will get painted. So that's the bathroom area that Mr. Crafty is walking through. And that, my friends, what you are looking at, this is my new crafting space. So that is much smaller than my current situation. And I will also have to put a desk area into this space. So like from here, from this wall to this wall and all the way across will be my desk. And then under here is where I will hopefully have some sort of shelving or something to, you know, keep my printers and all that good stuff. I have room for one IKEA cart, I hope. And I'm super excited. So I'm going to be making like little coverings for the windows, but I wanted to have white walls because every time I see an RV on Pinterest that's been rehabbed and it's got these beautiful clean white walls and everything just feels super clean and minimal and simple. And you know, I'm just, that's what I'm looking for. So this is actually a sitting area in the back of the bedroom. Believe it or not, this is actually not where the bed was. This was actually designed to put have like a little suite. So you could have like chairs here. So as the camera swings around, this right here is where the bed goes. So it's a separate little part of the RV. That's where the bed is. And then you go right back out. So, and it's a double slide, so it feels very wide because both sides, thank you, Andrea, both sides slide out. So, yes, it does. It is like the size of a walk-in closet, and it has windows in it. So I'll have like windows at my craft space, which is so exciting. Like this whole area right here is this is where my desk is going to be, and it's right under a window. So I'm very excited about that because as those of you who take pictures know, you definitely want natural lighting as much as possible. So this part back here is not a slide out. That's just part of the, yeah, I don't think I'll be, I don't know that I'll be driving it. I haven't driven it one time yet. I am not sure. It is so big. It is a beast. You feel like a teeny tiny little ant next to it. So I'm not sure what is going to get me to do it. So right there, what you're looking at will be my craft area. So bearing that in mind, as we talk about, you know, downsizing, that's my goal, is having to fit in there. So I wanted to, I had actually planned to really kind of start focusing on simple living and simplifying for the month of April. So that was something I planned back in December before I knew I was buying an RV. So it's kind of funny. I just thought, you know, it's spring cleaning time. So April will make a great month for me to start talking about simplifying and all of us needing to simplify. And we're kind of special because we're in this community and all of us can have a lot of similarities. And one similarity we have is about, you know, our craft supplies and having supplies. And some of us are better than others. I am not speaking for everybody. Some of us are very good about having self-control and not buying #all the things. But I am not one of those people. And I will be the first to tell you that I'm as bad as they come. Once you guys see once you guys see the amount of stuff that we are putting into these mystery boxes and the amount of stuff I'm literally we're pulling out by bins out of like the garage and in the house. It's just, oh, it's just amazing how much stuff I've amassed. So, that is true. I should get, we actually have this new camera that we are going to be doing. We have been buying a few cool new cameras, including the kind that are really great for vlogging, because I am taking you guys with me. When we go out there and start rolling around, I'm going to start doing vlogs where I'm just sitting out in nature and talking to you guys. I am thinking that a lot of the things on my wish list, you know, wanting to have more, simplifying my life so that I could be in a position where I felt more inspired and therefore could be inspiring to others, is my goal. So I want to write a book. I want to do special workshops. I want to create retreats for you. So all of those things I'm thinking are going to come from a place where I'm free and just kind of free to explore those thoughts and like start planning things. And so even though it kind of is a little sad to let go of things, I know some amazing blessings are going to come because of that. So I have a lot of motivation right now because I know that I have a finite space to fit into. But for some of you who are not facing that situation, sometimes finding the motivation to do it is kind of can be daunting. And I have to tell you, I'm not even playing. This is painful. I am miserable having to downsize. Our house is a wreck. I look like an episode of Hoarders because so much stuff has been pulled out and it's like all over the floors, stacked up along the walls. I'm embarrassed. Like if someone came over to my house right now, it would be embarrassing. So my whole bedroom is just clothes everywhere because I've been trying to gather all my clothes together to start deciding, making the hard choices, because people are going to get cut and they could be talented, but they're going to get cut from the show because there's no room for them. So I want to talk. I have a little outline here, so I will try to stay on task, but I wanted to talk about the process of how do we get here? How do we get to this place that we find ourselves in? And so I wanted to, I hope that book is in me. I believe it is. So, and thank you so much, Karen. And I definitely think that understanding how you got to where you are is one of the biggest important parts of this whole process. And because some of us are really going to struggle with this. For some of us, I've met crafty people that are pretty good about having boundaries, and you know, they use their stash and then they get new things, and then they use their stash and they get new things. But I would say 80% of what I've seen, we are hoarders versus users. We hoard, hoard, hoard. If one thing is great, then 5 things are better. So, so Cobra is eating chocolate cake tonight versus the pie that she normally has, making all of us incredibly jealous. So thank you, Miss Lori. It is. I feel like if I were to have a camera on me, you guys would see me whining like a little 10-year-old. I don't want to clean my room. When I was a kid, my mom had the hardest time getting me to clean my room. I would rather daydream. I would get distracted. I'd play with my dolls. I'd find something I forgot that I had, and I'd start, I'd forget about the job at hand. So nothing has changed. I am still like that. I absolutely hate having to go through stuff. And the reason I do is, thank you, Miss Emily. The reason why I hate doing it is because it is mentally exhausting to have to make decisions about things that I love or have kept or have been given, and I have to tell myself, you have to let this go. That's painful. And if you have to do that for hours on end, it's awful. But here's how I got here. So I did not have craft supplies all my life. I was a creative person, but I didn't actually create things because I was a single mom on a budget. So I never had money for those type of things. And I didn't indulge myself in doing stuff. Now I loved watching, I read craft blogs all the time, but I didn't actually do anything. So when I went through my reset period and I was trying to rebuild a brand new life, one area of my life that I was like, I am doing big things for is my creative life. And one of the people I found on YouTube that was so inspiring to me, and I used to love watching her videos just to watch them, was Melody Ross. And Melody Ross, she had some like art journaling classes on her, and little videos you could watch her do stuff. And it was just so inspiring. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to do anything creative, I'm going to be a mixed media person. There's something so amazing about looking at it, all the layers and it's just messy, it's imperfect. You can use, ephemera. There we go. I don't know what is wrong with my brain, why it does not want to say that word. You can use all this fun ephemera that you're keeping, and there's no particular style. It's awesome. So I got it in my head that I'm gonna, I paid for classes, workshops for her, online workshops with her, and I started buying supplies. I had this whole big red IKEA cabinet that I'm going to be selling, full of supplies, and I felt like a queen. I used to like just open the doors and look at all of it, and I would look at it. I'd play with them, I'd organize them, I would touch them, I would move them around, I would keep accumulating, but I didn't actually create anything. But I'm a planner, I'm planning for the future. I'm planning for the time that I get creative. And I was going to school full time to get my degree, and I had my own little side business I was working. So I just kind of kept putting it off, it was kind of back burnered. I'll get there as soon as I'm done with school. I'm going to be a creator. And so I kept buying instead of, waiting it out and seeing what happened. So, then we got to a place. I finally finished school. I meet Mr. Crafty, and then it was kind of like, my life evolved a little bit. And so now I'm like, now I have some time where I could actually start being creative. And at that point, that's kind of when I discovered some pictures. I think how I found the planner community, this is what my memory tells me. And my memory isn't good, but I feel like how I found it was through Pinterest. And I feel like what I saw was, I saw a bowl full of lemons. And she posted a planner on there, and I was absolutely intrigued because I had not seen a planner for a very long time, and I believe she posted like a Franklin Covey. And I was like, ooh, what is this? And somehow I discovered that it kind of dovetailed with Instagram, which was a very new platform for me. I barely knew how to use it, and I happened to find it somehow. Found her through there, and then into the planner community I went. So when I first joined, it was smaller, but there was enough traction going where you could see that a lot of girls had supplies. And like anyone who wants to join the community, and like you have to have like the cool stuff to play with the girls, right? I was like, okay, well, I got to get me some supplies. So these are not like mixed media supplies. I have to get washi, and I have to get page flags, and I started watching YouTube videos, and every video I watched, it was like creating my shopping list. Oh, they have this, this, and this. That's what I need. So I remember I watched Ebby Does It All. She was my first planner girl. I got to meet her at PlannerGon. You guys should have seen me fangirl over her. It was so cool. She has the video with the orange Orla Caylee pouch that many of us coveted and wanted, and then Orla Caylee was so gracious to bring out another collection of them. But she is the one that really, that video was big, and it had a lot of views, and everyone wanted that pouch after that. So did I. So I probably bought it on eBay for like $40 because I was determined to have that pouch. And so it went. I continued doing that. I would see the cute little shaped page flags that were really popular. I was going on eBay and buying in Etsy and just buying just cartloads full of those things. And the thing is I did not ask myself, do you need it? have you actually planned anything? Just like I did with the mixed media stuff, I just started buying things and I didn't even plan. You guys, I'm being honest. It took me months to actually plan anything, to like write in a planner. I just had them. I bought them. I filled my little shelf with them. I filled my drawers with boxes of post-it notes and pens. Oh my gosh, buying pen after pen after pen. Any pen I saw on Instagram, well, I have to have that pen too. And not because it was a competition thing, but because it made me think like, well, maybe if I have this pen, maybe that pen's better. If I have this awesome washi, maybe buying 3 rolls of it. What if I use it all up? I'll need 3 more. I need backups. And I think we all do that. We all do that, right? We all do that. And I know that you guys do too. And after a while, I have stuff to show you. So after a while of doing that, then it started spreading into other areas of stuff that we, yes, Corey, True Confessions. Stuff that I felt I needed, like, then it was scrapbook supplies, like project life cards and die cuts and brads and stickers. And again, I wasn't using any of it. It was just filling up it was spilling out of that red supply cabinet and into other areas. Yes, Pam, I have. Yeah, Angela. So here, and I'm going to show you guys an example, and there's no shame here because you guys are, let me see here. I have to remember which one. Okay. Now you guys can see. All right. Look at all these stickers I have here. And these are stickers. Some of them I've collected for years. I've had them for years and have never used them. And I was going through them in this exercise the other day, and I was like, I want to keep them because they're so cute. But guess what? I know that I won't, even though there's like, this is one of the cutest sheets of stickers I think I ever saw. I used that sticker 2 years ago and haven't used another one. But look, there they all are. And I've got more because I went and bought more. And I bought them, like I will buy them online because I don't have any scrapbook stores in my area. So I end up getting most of my stuff online. This I got from Hobby Lobby because I made something for a family member. But yeah, look, brand new in the packaging. And I know that I am not alone. Look, I have another one. I have another one. Because if one is good, 2 is better. If you love something, you should have multiples. Because that's some weird thinking that a lot of us get in our head. And then Tuesday morning, oh my gosh, do not go to Tuesday morning. That is a hoarder's dream. Everything's really cheap and then you just have it. Oh look, the Reset Girl. These are the little chipboard stickers. No, I'm keeping those. That's legit. I'm keeping those, right? That's for memory keeping. I will probably like, I mean, how cool is that I get to like have this and it has my little name on it and everything. So I'm holding on to that one. So anyway, these are alphas. These are probably stickers I could see using because I have some classes that I paid for, like art journaling classes, and these are the type of stickers I desperately love. So, oh, look, you guys, how many of you remember the planner monsters? Do you remember when they were a thing? Hashtag planner monsters. I found these at Walmart and I thought they were the most adorable little stickers. So I talked the manager of our local Walmart into ordering hundreds of these sheets for me, and I resold them on my website because everybody kept asking for them. Yeah, the planner monsters. And these are the actual stickers. This is stuff I've already gone through. So this stuff is going into the bins of stuff. This is what I'm actually going to keep. But these right here are going into the bins. Now, I have to tell you, I've already gone through this bin several times. So there were probably 4 times as much. Embarrassing much. But I know that I'm preaching to the choir right now because a lot of you are like, yes, me too. That's what I have going on over here. Here, I will give you another example. Because we're all friends, right? This is the bin of traveler notebook inserts that I have because I was obsessed with my traveler's notebooks. I made the Midori 101 video, which the planner community desperately needed because people did not understand how incredible the traveler's notebook was. And over time, I was just buying traveler notebook inserts left and right. And like, that's not a good example. That was a gift to me. May Books. I don't even go look at May Books' website anymore because, oh my gosh, you guys. Every time they'd have a sale, I would be there getting more inserts that I don't need, but I would be there. Yellow Paper House, man, did I buy so many inserts from Yellow Paper House. And then they started making inserts for me for ListersGottaList so I could sell them. So then I would always have them. I got a pack of like 12 of these guys from my paper projects. But Yellow Paper House is a big brand in my traveler notebook collection for sure. Just tons of them. And I don't ever use them. They're all blank. And shame on me. And it's because, you know, when your creativity, when you start to become overwhelmed with your life and all the other things, you know, one of the first things that we cut out of our life is our creative stuff, our health stuff, like taking care of ourselves, because you're sort of like damage control is, you know, what you're doing. You're putting out fires in your life. Isn't this cute? This was a little coloring book that Yellow Paper House made for me with my Destash. Made for my, sorry, I read something on the screen. They made for me so that I could sell them in the store if I wanted to. This one is painful. So this one, I bought a bunch of these from overseas because I couldn't find them locally, never used them. Does everyone remember Miss Erin Joy, Hobby Lane? These were the cool little, what do you call those? A dashboard. She made these cute little laminated dashboards for the traveler's notebook, and I bought a bunch of those because I love buying accessories for my traveler's notebooks. This is for a project I'm working on. So I have a bullet journal in here. I have this Silhouette notebook. Silhouette has invited us to this wonderful summit that they have every year. They invited us for this year too. They are the most awesome company ever. I just cannot say enough good things about them. And they give us these great little notebooks during the summit so we can take notes. How cute is this? It has a place for like checking things off. And I collect them, but I'm not using them. So it comes to a point where you have to ask yourself, like, at what point is enough is enough? Like, when is, look at this. And I have a ton of these too, because I'm going to be having a traveler's notebook class. But, and then here's like some pockets that I had made. Oh, look. Hello, my darling. Darn it. I was hoping that was a business card. Sometimes people send me something, or like I bought this, but now I don't remember what the store was. So, girls, I got this when I was in Germany, not because I needed it, but because I was in Germany and I was like, ooh, these are so cool. It's a grid and they're like an A5 size and they were super cheap. They were like $3. So I was like, oh, I better get a bunch of those because they're super cheap. But yeah, but they're sitting in here unused, doing nothing, hanging out with other things that are doing nothing. So this stuff is all going into my Destash. When I was talking about that, how I was going to be binning up my stuff, I was not kidding. So I want to show you guys an example of yes, Hobby Lane. Hi, Marlene. Hobby Lane. Erin, she actually shut down her account. She decided that she was in a season of her life where she had a lot of stuff going on, and she just, that wasn't giving her joy anymore. So, oh, okay. You guys, I want to share this with you as an example of the Destash boxes we're putting together because I have an embarrassing amount of stuff. So this is kind of a premium box. Premium boxes will have like bigger stuff in them, and everyone will probably end up with one of these. This is the Planner Con. It was the schedule for my booth, but we have so, like, I made way too many, and I wanted I just think it's so cute, and I thought, you know what, it's a cute planner girl, and if I got this in a box, I would probably cut it up and use it for my own, you know, my own creative purposes. So I'm just going to make sure that everyone gets one when they go through their box. So here is an example of the premium boxes. So there's like legit die cuts in here. This is some paper clips. We have so much stuff because I bought things for the shop, you know, things that I was gonna sell. And so I ended up with like all brand new stuff still in the packaging. This one's got a Midori insert, like a, I'm sorry, it's not a Midori, it's a traveler's notebook. And this one's made by Bliss Bag Boutique. She makes the best dories, the fabric type. I love them. So this one's in there. There are stamps from my stamp collection. Here's some sticky notes, a pencil. There's more stickers, a whole little mini pad. Here's a snap binder from Simple Stories is in here. A lot of them, all of the premiums for sure will get a grab bag. These things are, I think the retail value of this was like 30 bucks and we sell them for 23 in our store. So these have like roller stamps, die cuts, Reset Girl stickers in them. So they're going to have that. Some of the packaging boxes will have listers, like old listers, kits and stuff in them. Like these are literally from my own stash. So you're actually getting stuff from my scrap room too. Journal cards. Here, this is a combination of stuff. This is from one of our kits. There's tickets. There's a big bag of, like, look at all this stuff, you guys. Look, 2 different types of stickers from the Reset Girl shop. Journal cards, a stamp, planner little clips. Some of them were made for me. Some of them I bought. This one has a stamp of a honey. This one's got another stamp. This one I've actually used. This is from my own. Here's another roller stamp. A whole box of decorative tape, a planner tassel, more die cuts, some ribbon, and look at this one. This is one of the whole, look, it's all Free Spirit. And all of the pages, there's like multiple pages of the Free Spirit stickers. Like this one has got 4 sheets, and these are all glossy, so they're really nice. But this is all like Free Spirit. This one's full of stickers. Stickers, stickers, stickers. Look at that, you guys. You know how much money is in this, just that alone? And washi. And this is the self-care collection of the TRG inserts, the A5 inserts. There's 3 packs of inserts in there. So that is an example of what the premium ones are like. They're just full of stuff. My sweet employee Mallory got this all packed for me, and I just unpacked it and made a big old mess. So I asked her, I said, please put together a box for me so I can show everyone what kind of stuff, you know, we have. And then, so that's the premium. And then here's the other size. So this one also has a grab bag and has stamps and paper and journal cards, tickets, die cuts, more journal cards, die cuts. Oh, this one's got a pouch. More fun die cuts. Look at this. This is just a regular mystery box. This isn't even like a premium. This is like a whole, like, kits, multiple kits in here. Stickers, tabs. Yeah. So you guys are getting the picture. I don't have to belabor the point. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So the deal is, we are getting out all the kits that we sold, the Faith kits, which are still available at theresetgirlshop.com. So those are needing to get out the door because we have orders. And then as soon as the dust settles on getting the big push of them out the door, then we are getting mystery boxes into the store. We're going to get all of the Reset Girl inserts that I never released yet. It's the whole Faithful Girl collection, the Boss Planner, the Self-Care Planner, all the inserts I made for those into the store. And the whole full collection of the Planner Stylist kits that have never been released. So they are packed with like paper. I like got all this paper for you guys. I like had it cut down so that you can easily make A5 dividers. And I personally matched all the paper and did little collections that I loved. So those are coming. So we have a lot of stuff to get rid of, to get out into the world. So the planner community, I have been a prolific shopper. So you guys buy stuff from me. I buy stuff, I'm buying stuff out there from other people. I don't accept free things because when I tell you guys I love something, I want it to be because I bought it and I love it. So I've always kind of had that in my mind going into the community and as I talk about things. So I became a shopper is what was happening. I would come up with ideas for these kits and be like, oh, I need to buy all this product to make all these kits. And then it would take so long, in some cases we never even released them because of different issues going on, that the product I still have it all. So a lot of the stuff that I've ended up in a hoarding situation has been because I have had all these amazing ideas to do things and then I don't actually execute. Or I'm constantly getting things because, oh, this would look so cute and I want to like have this in my photography and it would be so cute to style it. Some things I do that too and I'm like, yay, this is going to be awesome. And I love some of the things that I buy. And some things I buy them and then I don't use them. And so now they're just kind of sitting around. Oh, I have like 4 boxes behind me that are full of like Kate Spade stuff, Starbucks tumblers, pouches, Kate Spade pencils, the gold stapler, the red stapler from Office Space. So all of that, like stuff from my own room, like just cool stuff I bought for photography, it's going into the boxes. So these are going to be funny boxes. Like they're going to have like just wild stuff in them. But I just want to get it out because I can't take it with me. So that's one of those, the things about being in the planner community for a long time is I was buying up things, having things. I didn't know what my style was and I was just sort of borrowing from everyone else. And then when I finally sat down to actually plan and create, I found out that my style is nothing like the other people that I had been kind of mimicking. So then I call the red stapler. You guys are so cute. Okay, I have to make sure that my my mic doesn't come. Actually, I'm gonna unclip it. Okay. I just have to show you because it's so cute. So here are my 2 staplers. So here's the gold one. This is the one that they had at Target for a long time. And they might still have it. And then here's the red stapler. If you guys have ever seen the movie Office Space, you will recognize the red stapler. So I will probably just, I might just put those, well, not this one because I think you can still get that from Target. But I think I might put him on for sale because he's special. Okay, so let's go back. What was I doing? I think I'm getting the hang of this, you guys. I think I understand how to manipulate all the cameras here. Okay, I feel better. Yes, Lisa, I can do that. I can totally ship it off. I know Office Space is such a cute movie. I haven't seen it in a really long time. You have a rose gold. This came out, I feel like this was kind of hanging around the Nate Berkus stuff when it came out. And I really loved it. So, flare. I love the whole thing about the pieces of flare that she needed. I was thinking a lot about that when I was making buttons for the for PlannerCon. So the problem that I found with myself, and I'm sure some of you can relate to this, is I was a planner and not an executor. So I would plan for all these projects and all these things I was going to do, but then for many reasons, it just wouldn't get executed. And I'm a collector versus a user. How many of us love to collect things? How many of us would describe our washi as a collection of washi? We get in this weird mindset that we have to add to our collection. Like collections are like mugs. I have bought so many Starbucks mugs. Every time I'd go through an airport, I'd go grab a Starbucks mug. Just as like some like memento that here I was in Minnesota, here I was in Salt Lake City. And now I have this huge cabinet full of mugs, and I don't even really drink coffee, to be honest with you. And it's just me and Mr. Crafty, and we never have anybody over. So why do I have 20 coffee mugs? So he told me, here's where the rubber meets the road, Corey. You pick out 2 mugs that you can take with you, and a handful can go into storage, but then you gotta get rid of the other ones, because what are you gonna do with them? And it's true. And so then I'm be a doer indeed. So but for me, I love having tangible things, having things from like where I've been and what I've done. I need to have like a memento. And so that becomes the problem when you start collecting things, because it's all mementos. And I'm not a very good organizer, so I bring the mementos home, but then I don't properly find a home for them. And then the mementos kind of clutter up, and they find other homes to be in, and then you can't really find them when you want them. So if you really think about it, a lot of our clutter is just things that never found a home, that don't really have a home, and then you keep adding to them, and before long, you just have stuff around you, and none of it really matters to you anymore. You don't even notice any of the little gems among it because it's just stuff. And if you are, yes, Karen, I totally agree. I love postcards for that reason, because they're flat and they store well. If you're a person who shops because you're bored, if you shop when you're depressed or when you have anxiety or when you're trying to like comfort shopping like I do and have for a lot of my adult life, that's a problem too. Buying craft supplies because they're on sale is not necessarily the right reason to buy them. And I know when I say certain things, I'm not judging you if that's what you've done at all, okay? What I'm saying, I'm talking philosophically. How we get in this place where we're overwhelmed with our stuff, if I'm being really honest with myself, and if you were honest with yourself, you can start seeing some of the patterns of like, I've bought a lot of things because there was a 30% off sign on them. I bought things because I told myself I was going to do that project. I'm almost to the point now where I don't even think I should buy anything unless I literally am about to do the project and I don't have what I need and I need to go grab it and come back. If that actually happened. I don't generally make stuff that I don't have the stuff for. But if I did, that's kind of where I'm thinking, because I'm just always like, oh, I'm planning for the time when I am going to make something. And holy moly, do we end up with stuff and doing it that way, and then we'll store it where we don't have to look at it in our garage or basement or attic or in our extra room where we don't go look in it, and then we just keep buying stuff and then store it elsewhere. And before long, if you were to gather all your stuff, it's embarrassing and it's a waste of money because you're not really doing anything with it. So I wanted you guys to be a little bit more, I know all of us, have thought about these things. I'm not saying anything new right now, but if this is a struggle for you and you're really trying to break free of some of these habits that you've formed, and I'm not saying don't go buy anything ever again, because I'm still going to buy things every now and then. I will, even in an RV. I know I will. But I want to be more intentional with my decisions. I want to be more thoughtful about what I do and why I'm doing it. Why do I need it? So I have a list here of what I'm going to do about this problem and what I'm going to do about, being here and having to get into that little bitty space. So again, I just want to remind you, this little bitty space, half of this is going to be taken up with a tabletop. So I'm not sure if we're at the point where we're going to need to have a Craft Hoarders Anonymous chapter going on in the Late Night Crafty Club. But again, I'm not judging you and I'm not disparaging you you might be way worse than me. I kind of laugh at it, but because, dang, it represents a lot of, when I look at it, part of me feels sad because I go, how much money did I waste? And part of me feels disappointed in myself that, how come I didn't make it happen? How come I didn't push harder to get it launched? How come I just didn't do it? And I can go back and go, okay, well, there were so many things going on in our lives. I feel like things have fluctuated and moved so quickly in the short 2 years we've been doing our business that sometimes, all the best intentions and it just didn't work out. So what I am doing. So this is what I am going to be doing from this point on, and this is what I would call like the tips. These are the tips for this episode here. I want you guys to think about your supplies and when you have them. This is what I do. This is a little trick I tell myself, and this might work for you, or it might sound completely silly. I mentioned before that I am one of those people that kind of like personalize things. Like I'll give a name to something that I really like and use a lot. Like this could be Frank, the stapler. It's not, but I'm just saying it could be. I play this game in my head where I tell myself, this little pack of stickers has a destiny. It was manufactured, in the little warehouse in China, and it got printed off the assembly line, and they packaged it, and it went in a little box, and it traveled all the way across the globe, to a port, and then it boarded a train, and then it went across the country, and then Hobby Lobby grabbed it, and they unboxed it, and then someone gets it in their little shipment, it goes on the rack, and it traveled all that way. It was meant to do great things. Heidi Swap herself intended this little sheet of stickers to like make its way into your craft projects, and so that when you looked at them, you would just love them, and there'd be little messages from her. Yes, that is actually what I tell myself sometimes. It's like a form of almost shaming myself into using the supplies. But I do try to think of things that way, and this is why, because I know how much love and how much care and all the things I thought about when I was putting this collection together, thinking about you guys. I wanted this TRG collection to be a love letter to the planner community. That in many ways we have made history. We have made industries that have been all about craft and scrapbooking. We have made them turn their heads and look at us. All the craft, craziness is because of us. We have actually created a trend that has made industries switch gears, start manufacturing new products because of us. That's amazing. I want us to remember the golden era, if you will, of the planner community. And I wanted us to have a collection for the first time that was about being a planner girl or planner gent. It was about being a planner person, because for a lot of the world, they think that there are no paper planners anymore. They think that everyone just uses their phone. So it's kind of like it's memory keeping for the time when the planner girls were, we were the ones that were cool, and we had the great idea of decorating our planners. So that really is, that's how I look at my little Reset Girl, and I'm going to make a time capsule of all my Reset Girl products, because that's a really awesome blessing that I got the chance to do that. And I think about, Heidi Swap putting in her thoughts and feelings into her stuff, and it helps a little bit, make me think like, this little sheet of stickers deserves to be used. And if I'm not going to use it, then I should give it to someone who is. So giving things away, donating things, sometimes we don't like doing that because we think, oh, the money we spent. the money's gone. The money is gone. You spent the money. Your old self made that decision. Your future self is trying to make a good decision for you so that you have less things and you can appreciate the quality of time you get to spend in your craft room. Not digging through your supplies, but actually crafting and creating. So try to look at this as like it was meant to do great things. And if you're not the person that's going to use it and put it to work, then you need to find someone else who can. So we need to start thinking of creative ways. And if it means that you just grab a flat rate box, I think a medium flat rate box costs about $10 to ship, fill it full of stuff and send it to someone who you know would be blessed. There's lots of people in our lives that would be tickled to death to get a box of supplies of beautiful stickers and pens and stuff you're not using. So I always thought, like, wouldn't that be so cool if we could create like this little community of people who were just like would be blessed by that, because that's not in their budget. Like a group of single moms, it's like, you know, I would love getting a box of planner goodies. That'd be wonderful, because I wouldn't have had the money to do planning when I was raising my daughter. So I'm gonna go out of my way to find, I want to find some after school programs that work with kids that are in disadvantaged communities. I want to find, I want to go find a rescue mission. There's some places, I live outside of Tacoma. There's a lot of areas that would probably appreciate getting supplies to work with, especially like a rescue mission where kids are coming in from whether they're homeless or they come in from a situation where their mom has been fleeing a battering situation at home. As a member of a church, I've gotten to go into those places and pray with the kids and do like coloring and stuff with them. So if you have too much stuff, there are places that would be so blessed by your donation. Imagine that feeling like Christmas. Some of these kids never get to see this kind of stuff, and they could just sticker with abandon and color with abandon and use those products that we are hoarding. We're just hoarding them. We're not even using them. So there's an idea of something you can do if you are having, if you're having overwhelm with your stuff. Mystery boxes to sell. I've seen lots of people sell mystery boxes. I actually, I remember in my early days in the planner community, I won someone's giveaway who had a mystery box, and she happened to be on the Studio Calico design team. Cha-ching! It was awesome. I got all the Studio Calico stuff, so I was like so stoked. And so that was huge. It was so fun. So like do a giveaway with your stash stuff. If you've got some good stuff, that's a great way to do it. I might do that myself. I'm going to pick a few people that I've kind of have seen comments or had conversations with that I think would be blessed by them. But I'm going to probably set aside a few of them to donate, to do stuff with, and then sell the rest and sell at a good price. I'm not trying to make money here. This is about moving moving product off the property. So the other thing I want to think about, because I am moving into a small space, is I want to think about containers. I want to think about like if that, and this might help you too. If this is the only, okay, hang on one second. Ooh, look at that. Okay, now you guys can see me in the little window and see my tabletop. Okay, so as an example, if you had a basket, a bin, or something, and you told yourself, look, this is the only bin that I'm allowed to put stickers in. Once it's full, it's full. You cannot buy more stickers. This is something like it has a finite space. All my stickers, and let's face it, ladies, this is a really big bin for stickers. Come on. So, I mean, I had it full like this. I'm not even kidding. This whole thing was packed from front to back with stickers like this. And so I'm just saying that's too much. Why in the world do I need that much variety? I don't even craft enough for that to be, to be holding on to it. And when I think about how much I love blessing other people, when I think about how much joy it gives me to make other people feel loved and appreciated and blessed and surprised, I'm like, I could do that all day with the amount of stuff I have. So we all have that ability. You know, the money is spent. You've spent the money. You could probably have hundreds of dollars around you. And after a while, you kind of forget about, it's really easy to forget all that money that you spent, and then you just have the stuff and it doesn't bring you the joy that you thought it could. That's a really good time to box some of it up and bless somebody. There's nothing in the world that it feels as good as like doing something delightful for somebody else, you know, and just making them feel good. So I would tell you that using a finite bin for a craft supply and saying, this is it. In fact, a bin this size, you might say that 2 craft supplies have to fit in here. Tell yourself that I will not go outside of this parameter. And make a list for yourself. What are my go-to must-have supplies? Am I a washi girl? Do I love, you know, some of us love stickers. Some of us love, you know, and some of us love combinations of things. I understand that. So there's die cuts, there's stickers. Some people are not die cut people. Some people are not stamp people. I love the idea of stamps. I have a beautiful stamp collection. Most of it's gone. It's all been put into mystery boxes. Roller stamps. You guys have seen my roller stamp collection, but as much as it pains me, I have a feeling that I'm probably going to be giving away probably more than half of my roller stamp collection, because I have to be honest with myself. I have owned those stamps for, you know, some of them for over 2 years, and they've never been used. So it comes to a point where I'm like, oh, I just love looking at all my stamps. That's what it is. So yes, Victoria, consumerism does do this to us. It's true. And I'm not saying that I know that I will still buy things, but I also know now that I'm going to be very mindful. A lot of the things I have in my collection, I used the price of it to dictate whether I bought it, and it's not even my style. So I'll give you an example. Like these are from Tuesday Morning, $2, right? And I'm just using this as an example. This might not even be my style. You know, I'm not a huge fan of thick stickers. I never use them. I don't like them in my planner. I would never put them in my planner. But I don't find myself doing craft projects where I ever reach for them. So why do I have them? So recently I was going through a folder of all the different courses, like workshops that I've paid for, and I came across one that I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I bought this class. And I remember how excited I was when it was available and I bought it. So that was one of the featured items that she used in her art journaling were stickers, like big alpha stickers. So I'm like, okay, so I just separated some of the alpha stickers out of the whole collection I had. I had tons of them. And I'm telling myself, these are the ones I have to use. And if I have to make a planner insert with, you know, a line item that says alpha stickers, and I have to use them by this date or they must go, that would be a great idea. It'd be a great way of getting them out of here. You have to earn your keep. You have to earn the rent. If you're not being used and I'm not putting you to work, you gotta go. If I have to play those little games with myself, I'm a desperate woman. I'm moving into the smallest space I've ever lived in my life. And I know I have habits that I've built up that are not conducive to small living. So I have to start getting really tough love with myself. And if I have to say, look, I'm setting a date. You can even write the date on the sticker itself, like the day you buy it, put the date on it. And if you don't see yourself using it, reaching for it within 3 months, whatever that magic number is for you, it needs to be donated, if that's what it takes. And after a while of doing that, you might find yourself buying less stuff because you're like, wow, I'm not really allowing myself to, hold on to things anymore, because I'm a person who holds on to things, and that's a habit I got to break. So if I make the bins and make the containers and the items that I keep smaller and finite so that I can't have 2 bins of stickers, everything I have that's sticky must fit in this space. And if I'm buying too many things, obviously I have to either use up or get rid of or something. So containers is a great way to look at it and set a parameter, make a boundary for yourself. Thou shalt not, exceed this many craft containers if that's what it takes. And, one thing that makes me very cognizant of my, my failures here is how much money I have wasted, and I feel bad. I feel guilty. I look at my poor husband and I'm like, wow, I wasn't a really good team player here. I spent a lot of money on these different things and then I didn't use it and I didn't sell it. And what was that for? He hates wasting money. He's a very good saver and I'm not. So, I can look at it that way too, as like I did a disservice to my partner. So, those are some of the things that I'm going to start like keeping in my head when I am confronted with purchasing. And online purchasing is, hi Miss Mariposa, online purchasing is my weakness because click, I've bought something, click, I bought something. And that darn Amazon will get you every time. So thank you, Miss Peggy. Okay, I missed a conversation what you guys are talking about. There's emailing going on. I keep seeing things about Tuesday morning. Yeah, you have to be strong, a strong person to go into Tuesday morning and not buy anything. So, good night, Miss Alyssa. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night. You know what, Cobra? That's true. Unfortunately, my saver. Sometimes I look, my husband, he's so sweet. He just wants me to be happy. So I think he says yes to me, even though he technically doesn't want to, because he sees me so excited about something. And so I'll tell him, well, I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it to use. And he'll give in and say, sure, go ahead then. And then I won't. So I actually bought the Financial Peace University by Dave Ramsey. And shockingly, it's still in the box. And I found it on eBay for like $20. So I was really excited about it and thought, oh yeah, look all the money I saved already. And then I didn't actually do it. So judgment, I feel it. It's okay though. I judge myself. So yeah, Dave Ramsey would not approve of any of this planner shenanigans, girls. So at all. Oh, hi Sandra. Okay, we're on to the last bit of this, my tips now. So going forward, this is what I'm doing, to really, make myself accountable and to try to change the mindset that I have developed, because that has not made it, that's caused a lot of problems for me. Okay, so know my style and stick to it. When you guys have developed a style, when you guys kind of know what you love, stick to it. You don't have to be all over the place. You don't have to do, decide to do every craft and everything, every trend that's out there. I know that my style, what I love, is vintage. You guys know this. You guys, every time I do something, it's vintagey. I'll put a vintage layer over it, and make it look aged. And I do that for a reason. There's just something about it I love. I'm a person who loves nostalgia. I love going into thrift stores and antique stores, Cobra, and I love looking at stuff from the past, and I always have. So I like using book copy, pages from old books. I love using things that look old and vintagey. Those are things that are not expensive to get. You can buy things from antique stores and estate sales very easily that way. So my style is just kind of, it actually lends itself to being more budget friendly if I didn't buy all the stuff and all the more expensive products. And it wouldn't even be bad that I were doing that if I were using them. So girls, we need to be users of our product and not collectors and hoarders. We don't have craft museums, okay? We are not having an exhibit of washi. I would like for you to see my 500 rolls and how I have artfully styled them. It's meant for you to use. And how many rolls of black and white washi does one woman, really need? How many rolls of floral washi do you really need? If you're not using it, I mean, why do you have it? Do you just like looking at it? Because if looking at your collection makes you happy, take a picture of that collection and then start selling off the rest. Like put washi grab bags together. When you go to a planner meetup, be generous and be like, I made grab bags for everybody. If that's what it takes. So, and Dana, there is no judgment for hoarding the Reset Girl products. None at all. So, picking things that bring you joy. When you are in the store, because a lot of us run off to the craft store, Hobby Lobby, Tuesday Morning, Joann's, Michael's, when you are in the store and you're seeing all the things, okay, pick things that bring you joy. Do not base your decisions because it has a discount sticker on it. That's really, it's that you get really caught up by, 3 for $10, and then you're picking things that you're like, well, it's cute. I have done that so many times. It's cute. And then I bring it home and never use it, because it really wasn't my style, but it was like, it's cute. There's lots of things that are cute, but I wouldn't necessarily use them. They wouldn't necessarily represent me. And so that's something that I think a lot of us could really start, doing better for ourselves is really what style do I have? What do I like, and sticking with that. It's kind of like your wardrobe when you've kind of found a style that you really like going with. Like I love tunics. I'm really into tunics with leggings. I think they're wonderful. You can wear them with boots, you can wear them with flats. So I know that's who I am, so I shouldn't I shouldn't buy other types of things like tank tops and jeans, because I hate wearing jeans. I have one pair and that's it. So it's kind of like that, the way that we make decisions about clothing or beauty, the same principle, and kind of stick with that. Pick the things that just bring you joy. There are things in my collection I have that I'm like, squee, I just love it. I love it. So that's the stuff I need to stick with and not branch out and not try, because I need to start disciplining myself to like use it. Use your stuff. Stop letting it just sit there and be lazy. Lazy little craft supplies. Nobody wants that. So taking photos, if it means a lot to you, there's things you've been given, there's things that you have. Take pictures. Look at all the wonderful washi. Look at my great, beautiful planner collection. Take a picture of it and then start farming out some of the planners that could bless other people, or, that could be enjoying their life. I got to watch some of my planners get sold at PlannerCon. I brought them. And to be given to new homes, to have planner mamas that would love them better than I do. I am neglectful of their needs. So I think that's wonderful. I actually just bought a new Kate Spade. I did buy that little pink ballet slipper one, the little zip one, because I know how much that color makes my heart sing. I know how beautiful it would look once I get it all styled. So I made a deal with myself. If you buy that Kate Spade planner, you have to sell your black one. I know. But I am. I'm going to sell my Kate Spade black one, and I'm going to sell it with the dividers I made for it. That Kate Spade has a whole video about the dividers I made for it. But I'm selling it because I made a decision to buy the pink one. So now I gotta see it through. Yes, Lydia, I'm the same way. I have bought so much Etsy stuff because I wanted to support planner girls in the community. I wanted, and because I don't like people to give me stuff, I want to buy stuff. I'll buy it and be like, look at my styled picture with so and so, and then I'll show that in several more of my shots or a video. So I feel like I'm kind of helping the planner community, and then I end up with drawers of stuff I bought that I don't use because that wasn't really the intention that I had. Like I thought it was cute, but maybe, our styles evolve. I've changed different types of planners I use right now. I think my heart is leading me back into the Traveler's Notebook again. I was just told from downstairs, Mr. Crafty yelled, switch to camera 1. So I left it on that for too long. See? That's okay. And then the me you are today. So think about who you are today. If you've been doing this for a while, think about who you are today. If you're really trying to minimize and downsize your life, think about the life you're trying to build. Does it have less chaos? Are you spending less time hoarding and digging through your stuff? One of the things that gets in the way of creativity is knowing I have to drag all my supplies out and then put them all away. A lot of people, you get that little thing in your head where I don't want to do any of that. So make yourself an essentials tote. I've shown my Craftsman tote many times. Michael's has the black tote. Make yourself a very simple little decorating tote where it just has some really important essentials that you really love, and just use that for a while. And as you know, and become friends again with some of your supplies, some of the things maybe you were neglecting. Make a point of like, I'm going to like go through packs of die cuts and just use them for what they were intended for. I'm gonna, it's not that when I say I'm going into a tan, I'm not going to neglect my ring bound planners. I'm just saying like I have found some reasons to really put my traveler's notebooks to work. I probably had about 20 traveler's notebooks, maybe 25, including fabric ones. And I am going to pare it down so that I think I'm paring it down to where I just have 3. So that is, that's the goal. And I have, I think 6 ring bound planners that are all A5, and I will be doing a workshop, an online workshop where I show you how I have one master planner, one planner that has a calendar in it, and then I use 6 other planners. And I know that sounds like strange, but once I show you how I'm doing it, it is so wonderful. It so simplifies everything. Like it's like a team, and each team member has a job, and you just, you and that team member spend time together, and then it goes back on the bench, and you know, until it's needed again. So it's created so like way more planner peace than I have ever known. So the traveler's notebook is something that I want to employ for a different reason, and I have like 3 different inserts I'm going to set up. So that will be coming soon. I can't wait. I haven't used a traveler's notebook in a while. I only use them for travel, like literally travel, because I love photographing my chic sparrow, and it makes such a great way of holding on to your itinerary, your tickets. I actually have like an insert that I designed for travel, and that reminds me, I actually am going to have these awesome traveler notebook kits that I put together. I got these cute little stamps and little pockets for them to go into. So there's like a dory band, an insert with the little for stamps. I actually just showed one of them. They're clear. And then the traveler inserts so that you can actually keep track of your itinerary and memory keeping. So those are going to get showcased in the store too. I am excited about those because I've had them for so long. And travel will be starting up. A lot of us are going to start traveling as the weather warms up. Okay, so I'm down to my last 2 points. I know this has been talk. Do you remember when you were younger and when we were in elementary school and all of our day was like cut into little sections? So it was like time to get your geography books out. It's time for recess. And then there would be, it's time for art time. So I really think that we need to schedule creative play. You need to have like a recess for yourself. And you can call it self-care. You can call it mommy's time out. You can call it I'm in the bathroom. Leave me alone. Ladies, if you have to do your crafting in the bathtub, there is no judgment. I understand. I am not in that season anymore in my life, but there are times I miss it. But you do what you got to do. If you have to, get away from the house, go to the library. The quietest place in the world. Go to the library and I'm sorry, Dana, I just saw your comment and it made me laugh. So sometimes I think to myself, I have like this angry group of husbands out there with torches and pitchforks. Get the reset, girl, as they're holding their credit card statement. And other times, maybe those husbands are like, oh no, this is great. I love it. My wife is happy watching videos. And I've heard about like husbands know my voice. I think that's so funny. Mr. Crafty has watched plenty of Planner Girl videos, so he can identify Miss Vicky B's voice. I'm trying to remember. I have not watched planner videos in a really long time, but I thank you for that laugh. That was good. We call the planners Team Liberty. That's Team Liberty. Doesn't that sound wonderful? That's such a great word. I am so happy I picked that for my my RV's name, because that's what we're about to have, Liberty. So it's time to reset. So if right now there's soccer season going on, some of you guys are like having to take your kids to practice. So set yourself up a tote where you can sit it in the passenger seat while they're doing football, soccer, ballet, karate, whatever those events are, and you can spend that time, you know, doing what you need to do. And traveler's notebooks are great because they are very portable and you can do little craft projects in them. Miss Andrea, who's here in the chat room, she is Retro Hip Mama. She does the cutest little layouts. Retro Hip Mama on Instagram. She does these great little layouts in her traveler's notebook that are very simple, but very lovely. And, you know, and they're the kind of project you could do. I bet you could do that in your car if you wanted to, where you're just doing a little layout in your traveler's notebook spread. You're just using a few die cuts. Maybe you're doing a little bit of journaling. How did your day go today? You know, how are you feeling? How are you getting through your day? That's simple. You could write a quote on the page and slap some die cuts on it. You can write scripture on there and put some washi and stickers, those kinds of things. So there are really great ways to use, you know, your stash in a way that, like, just doing simple little creative outlet. Think of it as a little creative retreat. So challenge yourself more to get that little, that recess time for yourself, because when we were kids, it was like the best part of the day, right? The bell rang and everyone was like, it's recess. Now, I hated recess because I was a little nerdy kid, very introverted, and I never played with any of the kids. I always sat by myself in the corner of the playground. But I remember, though, that like that is usually how we respond to, like, we're free, and that's kind of your opportunity to do that for yourself at whatever age you're at. And finally, putting your supplies to work. Okay, ladies, as I was saying, mentioning some of the things you could do with your craft supply, I did something for you. I want to show you here. Let me see here. I need to pick the right camera. Camera 2. Okay, so this is the file that is waiting for you inside the Happy Place Club. And right here are the notes from tonight's episode, how I got here, what I'm doing now, going forward. Camera, focus. Let me see if my camera does not want to focus. Huh, that's interesting. Mr. Crafty. The camera doesn't want to focus. And I don't know what to do. Okay, well, let me see here. Let me try this camera. If that camera doesn't work, maybe this camera will work. Okay, I can't really tell if you guys can see it. Let me see. Wow, nothing wants to focus for me. Can you guys see the blue letters? I can't even see them, so I doubt you can. All right, well, you're just gonna have to trust me on this. Okay, so on the bottom of this sheet is these are the notes, the outline for tonight's episode, but right here, I made you guys a list of the online workshops or online opportunities you have to use your stash. There's ListersGottaList, of course. I had to share that with you. And let me show you. See this right here? If you have not tried ListersGottaList, this is a free challenge. Every month we do this fun listing challenge, and it is super fun, easy. It's about to hit its 2-year anniversary. So I will be listing in April with the faith kit and the faith prompts, which is, you know, faith in yourself, faith in your journey, faith in what, you know, faith in the challenges that you face, believing in yourself is what the faith is refers to. So right here, this is where our current March prompts live. And then this button, you click this to go back to any previous months of prompts. There's 2 years worth of prompts in there. So this is a fun way of using your stash and, you know, and participating in a creative challenge. But there's more. I also have a link here for 52 weeks of art journaling. That's the really fun class that I found. It's taught by Rachel Denbow, who is Smile and Wave. She is friends with A Beautiful Mess, who I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. One Little Word with Allie Edwards, the Get Messy Art Journal Community with Caylee Gray, and she has a new course out called the Minimalist Art Journal, which I totally signed up for. I was so excited about that. And then another fun one I thought you might enjoy is the Document Life, the UnPlanner, which is done by Art to the Fifth. So if you were looking at the digital version of this, which you can save on your computer, these are hyperlinks, hopefully. So you should be able to click on them and it should take you to those websites if I did it correctly. So hopefully I did. But I will also post the links on my blog post tomorrow so that you can actually just, you know, visit my blog and then go right to those places. The 52 weeks of art journaling is one thing I think is probably the most, to me, it felt the most inviting of all the things I've seen to do that's like creative. It felt like that's how I'm going to start scrapbooking or memory keeping, is that style, because it's so loose and fun and you can use anything in your stash. She doesn't use expensive products. She's using stuff that she has laying around in interesting ways. So that is something I thought a lot of you would appreciate. And I also have something for you. This right here says, "Hey girl, do I really need this?" This is something for you to cut out and paste into your planner, your traveler's notebook, or just paste it out and carry it with you with your shopping list. And this is what I would like you to refer to as your shopping buddy, okay? I want my words, my voice, to be what you hear as you go through these questions when you are tempted to go grab stuff that you don't need, okay? So you're going to go through these questions for yourself. Every time you are tempted to grab something, oh, okay, Lima just told me that Art to the Fifth no longer offers UnPlanner. Boo. Okay, so I will take that off. Thank you. So here we go. Here's, "Hey girl, do you really need this?" So number 1 question, is this a want or a need? Number 2, what project will I use it in? 3, do I have one like it at home? 4, do I have other items to use it with? 5, do I want this because I want to add to my collection? 6, am I willing to get rid of an item when I get home? If I buy this, I have to let go of that, right? What could I do with the money instead? That's a great question. If I don't buy this, what could I do with that money? Could it go into the offering plate at church? Could it go to bless my coworker with a nice little frappuccino? You know, could it go into my savings bank? Could I put it in my kids' piggy bank and they don't know about it? I mean, you know where I'm going with this. Am I bored or feeling anxious or depressed? You know, sometimes those are good questions. Now, I have that problem with food. I'm a comfort eater. And if I ask myself that question, I would say 90% of the time I'm bored or feeling depressed, is why I'm like, I need to eat to make myself feel better. And I have the same problem with shopping. So that's kind of the common thing. I think people that have challenges with shopping often have challenges with food. So that's just a good way to like stop for a second, like have a cool down with yourself before you throw that washi in your cart. If I set it down and walked around the store, will I still remember I want it? Oftentimes when you walk away from something, there are so many squirrels around you that it's possible by the time you get to the register or whatever, or leave, you won't even remember that you were like, oh, should I get this? Should I add another washi to my collection? And give it a try. You know, do that. See what happens. And how many days will I give it until it has to go? So if you are marching that item up to the register, set a date in which that item must be put to use or it's time to go. So this is a little shopping buddy, okay? And I sized it so I believe that should fit in a personal sized planner as well. But I know it will fit in a traveler notebook at the very least. So this is my way of helping you, being your little voice of reason, because I guarantee you this will be coming with me. I made it for myself as much as I made it for you, because I have to ask myself those questions. I am no different. I get tempted all the time. Hobby Lobby is a huge temptation. I love buying stuff for the house, which clearly we do not need. There's no wall space, and there's like very little surface space. So I can't put decor, and I can't put cute things on the walls like I could here. So there really isn't any reason for me to be going into the decor section and looking at stuff, right? So those are things that I'm going to remember. And if you're an online shopper, please go through these questions with yourself before you hit that click button and stick it in your cart, because this was designed to help you. So it says cut out, paste into a planner, and take it with you shopping. So again, this is all of the outline of the notes from tonight's episode, because I know a lot of you are note takers. I am. So this might just jog your memory for things that I was yapping about. And then you have this little tool for yourself. So that will be, it's in the files section of the Happy Place Club. And again, look at me. I feel so like high tech right now. Like, look at me go. So right here, this little file section is where that document lives currently, right here, Downsizing Craft Clutter. So I will also cross-post that on my blog as well, so it can be with the other documents too. And it is 9:51. I managed to get through all of that under my 2 hour. I try to do the show in 2 hours. So yay! I wasn't sure. I was getting kind of nervous there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about with you guys. And now I can just sit here and look in the comments and see what you guys are talking about. Because I try not to look too much while I'm talking, because I feel like I will be seeing squirrels everywhere I go. Okay, so found the Documented Life UnPlanner stuff. You can now find their workshops on their own website. Okay, so Documented Life is its own website. Good to know. And, oh, Maribel, that's so cool. You live in an RV. So thank you, Diane. I love your little picture. You look so excited in it. Thank you so much, Ms. Karen, and thank you. So I'm hoping that you guys, again, I'm not judging anyone for our shopping habits at all. I simply wanted to convey these are some of the issues that caused me to get to where I am. If you are struggling and you are having issues where you are too, that's what this message was for. If you guys, the rest of you, if you're in a good place, go forward and buy your washi and have fun. I believe, Jean, that I believe I will feel amazing when I destash. It's going through it. It's relinquishing it. It's telling myself that I don't need it. And it's really hard. We are actually going to have a storage unit, and it is a large one, because we are going to keep, we do have some products from the business that I plan on using in my workshops. So I do have a lot bins of product that I've bought for workshops that I only wanted to offer in workshops, because I want the live workshops that I do, I want those to feel special. If girls come to them, I want them to have like a special experience, get special products. So I will be, I need a home base. Our sweet employee Mallory is going to continue working with us, and she's going to ship us things as we need them as we move around the country. So I will be still having a storage. I am really going to be strict with myself about what I put in there. If you guys need some kind of like inspiration to get you going, one thing I watched that really lit a fire under me was the documentary called Minimalism on Netflix. I've watched it now 3 times. There is actually a book called, I don't remember what their book title. Who knows the book title of the Minimalists? They have a podcast and a website. Anybody? It is the best video. Oh my gosh. Every time I watch it, I'm ready to like just throw stuff in a box and get rid of it. I will not be going to the Detroit area mega meet. I have not heard of that one. Hi, Miss Shar. Everything that remains. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? My my Facebook friends thing, it's so here's the truth, girls. I don't really know Facebook very well. I don't really remember like my messenger. I find that I have like secret messages in there sometimes. I don't necessarily know how to access things. Facebook is kind of convoluted for me. So I don't really know what to do about all these friend requests. I feel like a lot of friends that I've, in the very beginning when I first, I was like saying yes to everybody. And now it's kind of weird because now I don't feel like I know, like, is this person, are we friends? Like, do we talk? I'm not sure. So it's kind of weird. I don't know what to do about that because now I hear that no one is allowed to be friends with me anymore. And I don't have that many friends. It's just that all the requests are piled up in there. So now I don't know. That's what I should do one day is I should just sit there and I will just like find all the late night crafty girls and be like, friends, please. Yes, please. Miss Catherine, I am hoping to get back to Texas. I am thinking, and I have to confirm this with some of the stores that I have begun conversations with. But I'm thinking it's October possibly, but I have to start looking. I would really prefer to visit Texas when it's not 100 degrees. That's all I ask. And I posted a couple things on IG. We just have so much going on right now that I'm stretched very thin, so I'm not posting all over Instagram like I normally do. It's kind of been more minimal, if you will. But we just released the Faith Kit, so that's a big initiative for us, is going, go to your other folder. See, I don't even remember to go to my other folder. I never remember. Same thing with Instagram. One day I happened to click on the little number up there, and there was like a whole bunch of messages. Doing things like that, like trying to reach me this way is like the worst way to reach me. I'm not ignoring you. I just don't ever, I'm not a social media person. I tend to keep my phone off, like away from me as much as possible. But if you guys had a burning question or like a request or something that you wanted to get off your chest, I highly recommend you email me at slapithi@theresetgirl. Little craft place in Houston, Texas. Do I know that one? I do not think that one. I was looking for a pen. I don't think I know that one. I think Flint Gypsies was one of them. Little Blue House. I think another one that was recommended to me was, I think it's called Scrappin' Place or Scrappin' something. So, Little Craft Place. I will look that one up. Thank you, Miss Melody. Do. Yes, Virginia in the fall. I'm in. That must be like the prettiest state ever in the fall. My hope was really to be so I'm going to be in Maryland in September because I'm getting to speak at the Esther 414 experience, which I am so excited about. It's a retreat for business, like creative business owners that are believers. So it's kind of like getting kind of like supported in that way. So yes, that minimalism, yep, that is the documentary I mentioned earlier. That is awesome sauce. So what was I going to say? I was all over the place right there. So I was going to be in Maryland in September. So I was thinking like maybe when I was there, I could kind of hit up some in that before I come back here. I'm not sure. It's so weird having a house on wheels, and now I'm not sure how to navigate. And the fall is the most magical time of the year, right? So it's like, I have to decide, like, where am I going to be? Like, of course I want to be where the trees turn and it's magical. So, and here in Washington, it seems like the trees stay with the leaves and everything for a long time. Like, they start in October, they're turning in the very end of September. And then they like last all the way through mid-November. I feel is like finally when the leaves are falling for realsies. By Thanksgiving, they're probably, I don't know, 75% gone. But it just feels like a long time. So whoever has the best leaves is how I'm going to decide it. Bye, Casey. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thanks for joining us. She's a nurse. She joins us on her break, which I think is awesome. Yes, I will be putting where I'm going on my blog. I have a workshops area, and I will show it to you. Let's see here. Right here, this little thing clicking on workshops. I am working on this behind the scenes. So these are the 2 current workshops that I offer. And so those are the ones that I'm going to be showing, like, here's where I'm going to be, where I've committed to. And again, if you guys are interested in, like, helping push that, good night, Mandy. You just need to contact those stores. And once you start putting requests in, the stores will contact me, because I've been contacted in the past that way. And I usually say yes. Oh, camera 1. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. That's a Wayne's World reference, if anyone remembers. So this was successful. I think this is my second time doing the live stream, and I think I did okay, for sure. Not as bad as the first time. Washington is awesome. The weather here is wonderful. The only thing I wish is it snowed more. We get gypped on the snow. It snows for like an hour. Some of you guys are super greedy with your snow. And so I'm thinking I would love to get the RV like kind of close to a state that gets snow, so we can like get a little feeling of snow, but not be like buried in it. Because I think being in an RV, it's pretty dangerous to be like that. So thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. So, anyway, yes, the snow on the east side of the state, if I could just get out there. Oh, Riley, I just connected that. Riley Plans. See, sometimes you guys have Instagram names, and I'm used to seeing your Instagram name. So now in the Facebook world, it's different. I have to like try to place you. Where do I know your little face from? So, yes, so the Reset Life is, I gave it this name. This is my newish blog. It's been like this for, I think, at least a couple months. So I'm trying to kind of transition from being more than just the Reset Girl. Is I want you guys to really to have like make steps toward and make changes in your life where you can have the Reset Life. I am living the Reset Life. My life does not look anything like it used to look. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to have the same life, but getting to walk in, your true gifts and your calling, and getting to do, getting to make changes with things that make you profoundly unhappy, and making changes in those areas so that you can enjoy your life. I was a miserable, sad, lonely person for a very, very big part of my life. I feel like I wasted a lot of the years of my life that way. And so I want to take advantage of all the opportunities God gives me in this do-over that He's given me. And you awesome people are part of that. This is what He's chosen to assign me to. So I'm totally in, and I want to create community wherever I go. I want us to be able to talk about all these wonderful parts of doing the best we can with our lives, using planners to achieve that, talking about the creative side. And a lot of us are on different skill levels with creativity, but I think for the most part, we're all sort of kind of feeling our way through it. And I think that's awesome. And I want to be a more creative person. I think that it's definitely opened my eyes that I have more skills than I thought that I did. So, and I want all of that I want to be able to share all of that with you. So the RV, we are going to have a vlogs for that as well. And I've kind of been on the fence about adding that to my regular YouTube channel or having a separate vlogging channel. Some people do separate, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. I don't want to have another thing I have to grow. I'd rather just, like, I already have this following. I'd rather just be like, hey, if you guys want to watch it, there it is. So, oh, you know what, Miss Beautiful? I have not released those planner covers yet. They're part of this digital store that we're working on, and the digital store is going to have all of the planner covers. You can make them into a cover or you can make them into dividers. I have them in personal, traveler's notebook, happy place, the happy planner size, and then letter size. So all of those are still in the wings waiting. We just have to, it's really hard when our team is so tiny. It's like you have to work your way slowly through every little initiative because so many of us are doing all of the things at the same time. So it's like you kind of have to wait for one set of us to be done. Mr. Crafty does a huge amount of printing and cutting the stickers for the kits that we sell. So we can't do anything until he's done. And then now he's done, yay! So we can get back to getting our digital store up. You guys are going to be able to buy our planner inserts as digitals. I'm going to be offering embellishments, journal cards. I am so excited about this digital store. Oh, darn it! I just got reminded. Camera 1. Man, I was doing so good too. So, yes, agreed. So yes, the digital covers are coming and we're going to have digital product. And so one thing I love about digital, because I buy digital stuff a lot, it's really nice for keeping your craft stash kind of more minimalized because you're only printing it as you need it. It stays stored on your computer and it's wonderful. You just buy yourself some great cardstock for the journal cards and you just print those puppies out and slice them up and you're ready to go. So the planner inserts are going to be offered that way. So I think this is going to be a better, happier little setup for us because going into the RV, we will not be able to offer the wide array of products we could before. You know, all the inserts and kits and stuff. So I want to make dividers so that you guys literally can print them out, put them together into your planner and just have beautiful dividers that you can swap out as you want. And so that's fun for me. That's like being creative too. So I love that. So, Dana, the paper that I love for printing all my digital stuff on it's made by Navitor, and it's a silver package and you can buy it on Amazon. The other paper I love for cardstock is made by Nina. It's, okay, I could be wrong on this one, but it's spelled Neena. I cannot remember. Let me see. It's so far away. Hang on. I'm gonna end up breaking this if I. New England in the fall. I know. There you go. Thanks, Diane. Woo! Yay. So it is Nina. I was pretty sure that it was. Okay, so Nina and Navitor are the two brands of paper. Nina makes great vellum paper, cardstock. That's what I use for journal cards and die cuts. Like if you want to buy digital product online, awesome paper. You can buy it on Amazon and it's inexpensive. Navitor is the 32-pound paper that I love. I only use 32-pound paper for printing my my inserts, and I usually print stuff I find online, like photos and stuff like that. I print that on there too. So is Navigator okay? See, darn it. And I thought I was on there. Okay, so Navigator. Is it spelled Navigator? We could all look. I have Amazon right here. We can just look all together. Yes, Ellie. Navitor. Okay, so it is fabulous paper, but I buy mine on Amazon and I buy the big box of it. I think there's like 5 reams in it for $40. And that is cheaper than you will find in any office supply store because they charge an arm and a leg for 32-pound paper at Office Depot. So, let's talk about next week. So next Friday, I will be doing another Late Night Crafty Club, but I'm going to probably have it, it'll be a surprise. Either I'm going to have it pre-filmed, which I have a feeling it will probably be pre-filmed. Maybe I'll show it on the computer and then I'll come back here to talk to you now that I know I can do both. So we're going to do the Late Night Crafty Club will be focused on ListersGottaList, and I want to show you how you can make a really great like little portable system of like a little portable embellishments and fun little things, doodads to decorate your lists. If you are not familiar with ListersGottaList, this will be a great introduction. I'm going to show you how I'm going to set up my little book. The listers, I have not done it in a long time. I will be completely honest. But it's our 2-year anniversary. I launched it on April 1st, 2015. And the first month that it launched, I remember being completely blown away with the amount of people that participated. There was 27,000 downloads that first month in over 100 countries around the world. Incredible. So we do have listers all over the world. I do have a group for ListersGottaList, which they're wonderful. It's the first Facebook group I ever had. It's the largest one I have. There's about 13,000 members or so. And then I will also be launching another listers club. It's going to be called the Faithful Listers Club. Does that sound right? I changed the name so many times and I don't remember the name properly. But we're going to be doing challenges that are based around scripture. So we're going to do scripture writing challenges and listing challenges. So that's going to be a separate group. Everyone is welcome, but that's what the group was. I didn't want to impose that on the other regular listers group. But we are going to be I'm going to be promoting that in the Happy Place Club as the self-care challenge that we will be doing for April. So we will be doing listing in the Happy Place Club is what I'm hoping. So I'm going to show you, Happy Place Club members, how quickly you can do a list and what a nice, wonderful little self-care thing it is to do. And you're going to end up with this nice little book that will be cherished. When you leave this earth, your kids will have it, or a family member will have it. It's really wonderful to kind of spend time thinking about yourself for a change and kind of spending time documenting easy, simple little questions that you can answer with a list. So I can't wait to show you guys. And then we will have the Faith Listers version launching, and I'm really excited about that. Honestly, a lot of the reason why I'm doing it is for my own. It's selfishly all about me. Just kidding. It's really because I really feel like I want to be pouring my creativity into something that's near and dear to my heart. And I loved so much when I was doing faith journaling and the scripture writing challenges that I was doing. It just made my heart sing. So I am really doing it because it's good for me and I want to lead by example. And I've had many people ask me in the past, can you make a special listers for that? So we're going to do it again. And okay, does that woman in the pic on the wall have a beard? Miss Penny. That pic, which I assume is, hang on, I can't even point to it. That right there is Lucille Ball, and she's blowing a big bubblegum balloon, like a big bubblegum bubble, not balloon. in front of her face. So it is Lucille Ball. So all these fabulous pictures I have, my little lights, all of that, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get some of it into the RV, because this is my favorite wall I've ever had done ever. So hi, Miss Virginia from San Diego. So that's going to be interesting. And right there on the wall in that little framed shadow box is a cute little traveler's notebook that Miss Shar, who is in here tonight, made for me, and I have her framed in there. So I'm pained that there's so few walls in an RV to put all wall art on, so that will be interesting. And Miss Ellie, this is my hope and intention. I did not plan on getting an RV and having to move our life into it. I thought at this point I would actually be at a point where I would be releasing the Faithful Girl Planner Workshop by now. So that didn't work out the way I thought. If I can get this done quickly or fast, I would love to get some of it filmed before we are in that RV. But if not, I'm thinking that the most realistic place for that workshop to launch will be May-ish. And it is the workshop closest to my heart. I just love that one so much, and I cannot wait to share with you. It's going to be very robust, much larger than it can be in person. So it will have many modules, lots of videos to show you all the different things that you can do in your faith planner. I use a ring-bound planner for mine. I will show you how to make the dividers, the tabs. I have inserts for every section of it that you can choose to purchase or make your own. And then you can use it as a tool for your prayer time and your time with God. So I love it. It's my favorite class to teach. It's the only time where I'm not afraid to get up in front of people. I can't wait. Like, get me up there. I cannot wait to share this workshop. So it's like that good. So I will be teaching that in person as much as I can. Like, if you're a faith girl and you want to have that in your church, hit me up. Slap it high at theresetgirl.com, and I will do my best to make it happen, because that's definitely something I want to do. I had lunch with Shauna from Illustrated Faith this week. It was so much fun, and we were talking about that, how did she grow that so organically, and she taught it in churches. So she was invited by churches all the time. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to be the path that might be the doors that begin to open, is teaching it in churches and introducing more women to the planner community. I have been a cheerleader and an ambassador for the planner community, for the last 2 solid years for sure. I feel like I have just sang its praises and invited, like, come on, everybody, let's have fun together. So if you have that opportunity, you should be doing that too. And yes, Debbie, it is definitely, I haven't found the Reset Girl in Hobby Lobby yet. Hobby Lobby stores are actually beginning to get the Reset Girl collection, and the Carpe Diem collection are slowly starting to make their way into the stores, which is incredible to think that I will walk into my favorite craft store and there's my little brand. So, aw, thank you. And Lori, you are awesome. I think you're the one that flew all the way from Las Vegas to Washington to go to my class, if I remember correctly. So, Miss Jenny, sticker paper. Online Labels is a great place to grab sticker paper if you are making a lot of stickers. If you are just doing just small batches of stickers for your own little planner, there is on Amazon, you can get, like, HP makes really good sticker paper. That's another one. And yay, it's like going across the country. You almost did a jig in the aisle. I'm going to do a jig. Yes, Lori, that was so sweet of you that you came all that way. So I will be coming to you. I got many requests from the Las Vegas Planner Girls to come and to come do workshops, come hang out. So yes, I'll be coming to you this time. So Chapters in Canada is getting them too. How cool is that? Illustrated Faith. Yes, Illustrated Faith is getting into Hobby Lobby too. So that's really cool. I think that is really interesting how that's all kind of dovetailed together. I jugged my planner kitties all the way to checkout. Yes, believe me, I will be too. Yes, no, Michelle, she was at the one that you went to in at Ben Franklin's. So you were at that one too. Michelle has been to 2 of my workshops. So Tucson, Arizona. So yes, if you guys are interested in me coming, what I would love for you to do is hit me up at slapithight@theresetgirl.com. And if you're able to give me like direction, like, are there stores there? Is there a big church there? Do you attend a church? Can you introduce, make that little introduction? I'm going to be putting on my workshops page a media kit. So it's like a one-page, it's a one-pager that you can print out and take to your women's, Bible study or Bible group. And you could take it to the scrapbook store and go, look, we want her. So, simple pleasures in Colorado Springs. Miss Diane, my hubby is from Colorado, and I never remember where because it's a little bitty town, and it's not one you hear very often. Colorado Springs. I'll just make a note of that. Okay. Yes, it would be. Vegas would be the ultimate fun place for planner girls. Yes, it is, Michelle. I could not believe she flew that far. I have had, some of you have flown so far for me, I'm completely blown away. Like Miss Karen flew from the Bay Area all the way to Florida to one of my workshops before. So I'm just like, what? So, hi, Miss Riley. I actually planned on hitting up the Monroe Ben Franklin again, since they were such super nice people. I thought I would reach out to them again, and they're in Monroe, so I know you're probably further than that, but I don't really know what's out in Eastern Washington, if anything. Oh, thank you, Penny. So yes, I will be putting a download up on the Reset Girl Life very shortly that will have a media kit that you guys can download and, and send it out there into the world and ask your local store and say, hey, look, this is a legit planner girl. We need her in the store. Oh, thank you, Celia. Well, I'm glad. It was a pleasure to finally get to meet you and hug you and see your little face for real. You guys are always like these little teeny tiny little people to me. So when I get to see you in real life, it's magical. Like I feel so incredibly blessed that you go out of your way to meet me, that you want to. So thank you. And I want to come to you. So I'm trying to bring the party to you guys. So it is now 10:21. You guys I've been talking 20 minutes past the time I thought I would be done here. So, next Friday, same time, 8 p.m. PST time. And just remember that this process of uploading a live stream takes a lot longer than uploading a pre-recorded video. So the last time we did it, it wasn't even ready to upload until Sunday because it took so long to process. So if you missed part of this, please know that this will go it'll probably be up by Sunday, and you can watch the whole thing again. You can see the chat box. The only thing you can't do is like type in it and participate because we've all gone to bed and moved on with our lives. So if you were watching this after, you didn't get to be part of the chat, welcome. And I'm so glad you're here watching. And I try to do this show. I'm trying to do the show every other Friday. Is probably going to be what's going to happen until we leave. And I'm thinking that the live show is what we'll be doing because it's the least amount of work, like editing and all that good stuff. So I love that you guys showed up. I am so I just love you girls to pieces. And my gentleman friend Franklin, although I did not see if Franklin was actually in here tonight. Our planner guy. So I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend and that you know what? Let's not try to like burn through all of our tasks and all of our to-dos. Let's take some rest. Let's take some downtime. Let's kind of like get ourselves together. Let's spend some time looking over, like how could I be doing this a little better if this is a problem for you? So thank you very much, Chandra. Thank you guys for showing up for me. I can't tell you, like even in a chat room and just doing this, it just makes my whole day. You guys are awesome. And this is the highlight of my week. I look forward to doing this and getting to spend time with you. And, I have so much fun stuff planned for you guys and things that I'm doing behind the scenes. So I hope that you're sticking around. And if you have not joined the Happy Place Club yet, please request to join in the Facebook group so we can accept you and you can grab the download that I had tonight, which was this fun little thing with your little shopping buddy, okay? So thank you guys so much for being part of the Late Night Crafty Club, and I will see you all really soon. Mwah! Do-do-do-do.